Hey, what up, y'all? I got a little clip here from Danica Marie. Let's get into it.
Let's just say being a 304 is not paying the bills
It's
anymore.
not. It never has paid the
Y'all like the
bills.
video, share the video, and subscribe because we have got to share this very unfortunate news about how a lot of the 304s of yesteryear are highly regretful and remorseful about their past decisions. And I have to say, I told you so, okay? I tried to warn a lot of these women out there about leading certain lifestyles, about engulfing themselves in certain things when it came to actual activities
Talk to him.
and bragging about it, being proud about it. I mean, let's be honest, you all. It seems like it was not even that long ago to where we saw the Amber Roses being excited and being pumped out about being sluts, and we saw the Black Chinas in the music
Yep.
videos, and we just saw
Yep.
all of these chicks out here really, really embracing old culture. Okay, and now even as of late, we are seeing a lot more of them, like the Black Chinas, like the Freebie Renters, try to turn over a new leaf because they have come to realize, yeah, that whole lifestyle was not something that was sustainable and maintainable. Now I'm getting
Exactly.
older, I have children, and I want something that is a lot more meaningful. I need something of real substance that's pure, that's genuine. And they are not finding those things because nobody takes them seriously. Their reputations precede them. Okay? Everybody is thinking about, oh yeah, but she wrote a book about how she slept around with all these different guys. And so would I want that type of woman to represent me as a man? Would I want
Hell,
that type of
fuck
woman to
no.
be the mother of my children, my wife? Like, no, I don't. And so they are saving you all for the nighttime at best. Okay?
Yep.
They remember how a lot of you all were on these reality TV shows, in these music videos, just doing all of
In the words of Future, in the words of Future, she belonged to the streets.
these over the top things, all for fortune and fame and popularity. And let's be clear, a lot of you all thought that that life would last you forever. I'll always be able to have access to these quote unquote high value men. I'll always be able to have a high roster of a whole bunch of guys that I can choose from that will give me the world. And that's not happening. It's really, really not. And I believe strongly in my heart of hearts that a lot of these hoes out there were under that impression because for a very long time, it was a lot of guys out there that would happily try to turn a hoe into a housewife.
Which
You
is
know what I
stupid.
mean? Like, a lot of guys would be like, okay, that was her past. It doesn't affect me. It's not a part of who she is today. And so, yeah, since she's so beautiful or since she's so fine, I'll go ahead and take a risk on it.
No.
Maybe she just never had
No,
a
no,
man in
no.
her life
No. Sorry I got cut you off a little bit, sis. Once a hoe, always a hoe.
like me to show her the ropes, to show her the way. And so by me being in her life and on her team and in her corner, she's not going to be like that anymore. And boy, oh boy, her those men in for a rude awakening. Okay, a lot of those guys, they really ended up with egg on their faces because when they
Sure
would
hell
take these
did.
hoes in, polish them up and clean them up, they would get bored with those guys and want to go back outside to the streets.
Yep.
Okay, and what's in the streets? The meats. Okay? These chicks, they love being slutted out. They love being
Dumb
passed around. They
breeds.
love the thrill of having all of these different guys to, pretty much
They
bang
love
him
being
out, and
hoes.
they have to chase up behind to try to change him and rearrange him. And when it comes to the good guys out there, let's be honest, they think that you all are boring. Why? Because you're already a made man. You're already the epitome of a good stand-up guy. So there's no thrill in trying to get you to chill. But the bad boys, oh, I miss it. I want to go back out there. And they do. And when they do, they ended up taking a lot of those guys' money that polished them up and cleaned them up. Okay, taking the children, using them as child support checks, the whole 9 yards. And guys from all over the world, all different ages and backgrounds, races. Guess what happened? They took notice to that and they said, no, I will not let that happen to me. So now a lot of these O's out there are stranded. Okay, y'all get the likes up. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Let this be you.
In the words of Caribbean Meg the Stallion, there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
And a cautionary tale of what not to do. Because guess what? All of those chicks out there who felt like they would always have a backup plan, a backup man to fall back on, they're not having that in today's time. 2025 is a whole new time.
Straight
2025
up.
and beyond, because it's going to get worse, right? If y'all think y'all lonely now, look, wait until tomorrow, okay? Please. But here we have a lot of those chicks that were hot, that were popping, that were proud hoes and 304s. You know, we're seeing them crying now, talking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. And on top of that, I'm not getting booked anymore. See, a lot of the hoes, they used to get booked for clubs and, you know, reality TV shows, music videos, like everything, like they were popping. And so now that has all dried up, and so have they. Okay? This is a former, I believe, reality TV star and ex-stripper. Correct me if I'm wrong. But nevertheless, when I came across this, I was like, oh, this is something that serves, again, as a cautionary tale to a lot of these women out there, and young girls especially, that you should not try to pattern yourselves after these hot girls and city girls, because that does come with a lot of doom and gloom. You get older and you want certain things that are just not afforded to you like they once were, because men don't want to take that risk on you. They don't trust you. You a hoe. You put everybody, you put the streets. And men today are trying to protect themselves, right? So you can't even get a bag off of having a cleanup guy. Like, you're just asked out altogether. And so this chick here, Jessica Dime, she is emotional and she's crying because she is regretful and highly remorseful about her past decision, her past life to be pretty much a 304 promoter. Okay, so if you all cannot see, it says Jessica Dime is emotional over fears she may have influenced young girls to become exotic dancers. Okay, so let's play this and y'all get the lights up for it.
Everything I do, I try to do it with the thought of people watching. Like, girls look at me, like when I had my show, a couple of the girls told me, they was like, I've been watching you since I was a kid. So I was like, dang, since you was a kid, that mean I influenced you to, did I influence you to be a stripper? Because I never wanted it to be it, you know. I just,
Wait a minute, is that Shame coming into the room?
Be no stripper, that was...
Was that Shane coming into the room? So let me get this straight. You can have Shane after you became a used up and washed up stripper, but yet you didn't have the shame before becoming a stripper. Make it make sense.
It's my bad, because I know I got a daughter, and I don't want to be a bad influence on any of the women, you know?
Think about all the women you will be given permission to find their way and to become who.
Ma'am, in the words of JC, we don't believe you. You need more people.
They are ready to become in their next chapter.
Mm-hmm.
But what I think is so important is that you give yourself permission to choose you without having to seek the approval of others.
Mm.
That's important.
Brought to you by Rogue.
That's important.
Boo-hoo, hoo-hoo. Okay? Now, I'm let her get out her tears and, you know, her fears and, you know, give her whole shit.
The nigga had no chill like I have. Boo hoo. Shit. Now that was funny.
Bang about how she just did not think that she would be so impactful and so influential over other young women's lives, right? But I want to call cap on that because these chicks absolutely were aware of their influence. As a matter of fact, a lot of them got a lot of their fulfillment out of being the it girl that everybody looked up to, that everybody wanted to be like. You know what I'm saying? And in my heart of hearts, I really do feel like a lot of these chicks out there like her, you know, they are only crying because it did not pan out the way that they wanted it to.
Talk about it.
About, you know, but they're more distraught at the fact that, yeah.
And I gotta pause this for a second. At the time, Jessica Dime was a stripper in Atlanta. She was the second biggest 304 in Atlanta, right next to Jocelyn Hernandez herself. Why do you think her and Jocelyn were homegirls? Huh? Let's continue.
It all backfired. I'm looking around, nobody's booking me for shows anymore. Nobody's trying to hire me to go to their strip clubs. No man is trying to wife me up. And again, I warned y'all about this. Okay? I did. Y'all wanted to be out here slutted out and slutty and telling everybody around the world that you were liberated and you are now empowered and you don't have to listen to society's norms and rules and regulations of what a woman was supposed to be. Right? So that's really the issue that I am having with a lot of y'all. I feel like y'all tears are fake. And I feel like
talk
y'all
about
are
it.
only mourning the fact that now, again, it backfired on you and you don't have a backup plan.
Talk about it.
Y'all get the likes up. Matter of fact, put a 2 in the chat if y'all agree with me. Put a 1 in the chat if it's like, no, nigga, you being a little bit too harsh, a little bit too mean. You know, I feel like she's really sincere. These chicks really are trying to do something different. Y'all let me know. Put a 2 if you agree with me. Put a 1 if it's like, no, you doing too much. I'm going to stand with the reform hoes. Y'all let me know, okay? But I'm going to be honest with y'all. The reason why I have so much passion behind what I do and the reason why I just kind of don't have a lot of pity in my heart for a lot of chicks like this is because these were the same chicks that were downing me, that were degrading me, telling me that I was lame and I was setting women back. And again, you know, I didn't know what I was talking about and all this other nonsense, turning women against me, when all actuality, I was just trying to show y'all how to be righteous and move with integrity, morals, values, and respect. Okay? Trying to show y'all, look, yeah, you can be sexy without being a slut. You can be, you know, without selling. You can be somebody that is attractive without being somebody that is reactive and going above and beyond just doing the most, letting yourself out, degrading yourself, diminishing your value. Like, you don't have to do that. But again, I was a prude and, you know, I was rude and I didn't know what I was talking about. I was a pick-me, I was a panderer, I was well-identified, all this other nonsense. So y'all gotta excuse me when I get upset, when I see chicks coming through now with tattoo tears and elephant crocodile giraffe tears about, you know, how they should have done things differently. Like, duh. A lot of y'all know what's up. Y'all keep the lights up for me, okay? A lot of these chicks, they already know what it is. They're only sorry that it did not work. It's not paying the bills anymore. They're not popping it hot like they used to be. But best believe if whole culture was still celebrated and tolerated how it once was, they would be the main ones, you know, in the front of the line like, yeah, this how you do it. If men, let's go there. Because a lot of these chicks, like, you know, the ones who celebrate whole culture, they would swerve it down. Oh, it ain't about no man. I don't care about what men think. I don't
Lies.
care about what men want.
Lies,
I'm
lies,
lies.
lies.
Let's stop the cap. When it comes to women, we're all male-identified.
All women care what men think. Any woman who says they do not care what a man thinks is a liar.
So let's get into the bag, okay? Let's get into the needs and degrees of the conversation. All right? Since men no longer tolerate and accept hold out females
Come on.
who were reckless and ran through,
Come on.
who lived a particular lifestyle, now these women are upset, they're crying, and
Yep.
they're sad.
Yep.
Now that the men have shut off access to their resources, to
Mm-hmm.
their assets, to
Mhm.
themselves, their lifestyles, it's like, oh my God, I didn't know. I am so sorry. Now I want to be a woman of integrity. Now I want to be a woman that is wholesome. Now I want to be a woman that's a good influence.
And here's what I gotta say. Too late, bitch.
Because men are not letting me in, and you're absolutely right. They're not. All y'all
Too
have
late.
to pick through now is the bottom of the barrel guys who just want to hit and quit, who just want to pump and dump, you name it. You know, that's all they want. That's all they want to give to you. That's all that you're going to receive. And you all have met the day that I told you that you would someday meet, to where your female nature has kicked in full throttle and you don't have what you need as a woman, which
Talk
is
about
stability
it.
and security, which is love and support, which is nurturing. You know,
Translation. Some of y'all women need to be realistic. Number one. And number two, some of y'all women need to humble yourselves.
oh, like we need that, and when we don't have that, coming from a man, we feel incomplete, we feel sad, we feel like a failure, we feel like losers because you lost out on life because you were so busy trying to live that whole life, that fast life, and it backfired. Okay? But again, if men were still the same, we gotta drop these points home. Because this is the nucleus of it all. The nucleus of the sadness is men. I know y'all hate to hear the truth, but that's what it is. Because men cut off access. Because men stood on business. Like, no, I have to protect myself. I have to protect what I have worked so hard to build. I cannot allow a hoe to come through and potentially wreck it.
That's where your lymphatic pathways actually drain. I discovered this after spending hundreds on
Oh, crap.
facials
Hold
that
on.
only work.
Cannot
Here we go.
allow a hoe to come through and potentially wreck it. Right? So even if you are somebody that is a reformed 304 and you're no longer a part of that type of life, men don't trust you. And so it's
Exactly.
like, sorry, you could be a brand new woman. You could understand the error of your ways and all of that. But I have a foundation to uphold. I have assets to protect. I have a reputation to protect. I have to make sure that the mother of my child is the proper example that I would want for a mother to be for a child, whether it's a son or a daughter. And so y'all are getting X'd out. Because let's be clear, you all, your reputation does follow you. Your name does follow you, period. But y'all didn't want to hear that. Y'all wanted to hear people say, oh, girl, look at you. You're so strong and liberated. You're so empowered. You're so powerful. Look at you. You're not afraid to have all of these different sausages. You're not afraid to have all these different eggplants and hot dogs. Oh, yeah, girl. You live your life. You show them how it's done. You ain't nothing like your grandma. You ain't nothing like them women from the past. You different. You better. You new and improved. But are you?
No.
Because a lot of y'all who swirl down here want to be like those women of the past, y'all are now crying because you're not being treated. You're not being picked, wiped up, taken care of like those women of the past. So
Talk about it.
But again, let's be very, very honest and clear. All of this is stemming from men rejecting women. Men
Sure hell
rejecting
is.
hoes. Gone are the days of men trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. That is just pretty much a wrap.
Yeah, and
Maybe
that's
luck
done.
up.
That is
Maybe.
done.
But other than that, nah. If you don't have luck on your side, you're not going to get wiped up. You're not going to be taken seriously. No, you'll be a pass around at best. Okay?
And to tell you the truth, some of y'all may not have a chance of getting married, period.
But yeah, like a lot of these chicks are out here crying because now they see that not only are they not able to profit off of the whole culture, but now the men are not even forgiving them and being lenient and being understanding of them being young and dumb and not being aware of what was going on. But in all actuality, we can all see that you were. Okay, that's all this is. It backfired. I don't believe y'all. I don't believe that y'all are truly remorseful and truly trying to turn over new leaves. I don't believe it. I don't buy it for 1 second. I really do just feel like a lot of y'all have come to realize that, yeah, I'm stuck.
Yep.
Okay, nobody is.
Yeah, and that's
checking for me
basically
like
what
that.
happened. They're
There's no more
stuck.
cleanup men. And guess what else? The pygmies, like Danica Marie, were right. That's why y'all really mad. That's why y'all really crying. Are there exceptions? Sure. There could be reformed hoes out here who really are regretful and they had no idea about their impact and their influence. But at the end of the day, I'm not buying it. And I mean, I just hope that you all can serve as a cautionary tale to
Facts.
future generations to come of what not to do and what not to be, because they could have this state as well, to where they are crying on somebody's couch talking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Take me back. Please take me back. Please take me back. Please take me back. And the answer is no.
Hell
Like the
no.
video and
To the
subscribe.
no,
Again, we
no,
have
no.
got to spread
Hell
this
to the
news
no.
and use it as a tell to the other young ladies out there of what not to do, what not to be, because this could also be them crying about shoulda, coulda, woulda. And I'm just tired of this same old sorry song. Okay, I really am. I'm tired of this ending. It's just it's tired. All right, it's through. It's overplayed. Like, I'm done with it. Okay, the men not going, and so y'all gotta stop this. All right, be righteous, wholesome women with morals, values, and integrity, and you should be fine. Okay, you should be fine. But like the video, share the video, and subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next dope discussion. Much love and peace to my crown heads.
Y'all heard the niggas. See y'all later.